From Dandyland Studios, my name is Joey Helpish, and this is How to Song, Episode 2. So, if you couldn't tell, we're starting with a drum loop this week. I wrote this cool little rappy thing to this drum loop the other night, and we're going to build a beat out of it. So we're going to be in the key of G minor, but we're only using the pentatonic scale, so that means we only have 5 notes. We have the root note, which is G, and we have B flat, C, D, and F. I'm going to build a bass line out of the G and the F. And first, I'm going to count a 2-bar loop, which is a count of 8. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the 1, I'm going to hit the G. And on the 8, I'm going to hit the F. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Awesome. Now we're going to play some power chords over that bass on the guitar. So G. Yeah. Here comes that F. F, G. Cool. Now we got kind of this basic beat popping off. And my idea for this song was that we would do a count of 8 and have some little melody on the guitar, and then take that away, and the next count of 8 would me be rapping a little bit. So I'm going to start off with that melody, and I'm going to hit each note 2 times. I'm going to do something like this. G, B flat, C, D, C, B flat, G. Then I'm going to add a second guitar part, but an octave higher. You know, like this. Yeah. All right, so now we've got the beat that I'm going to use for the verse. And it's going to go something like, yeah, that's going to play out, right? There's that count of 8. And then I'm going to be like, I'm a rapping to the beat. Then I'll let that guitar play. And then rap-a-dap-a-doo, rub-a-dap-a-dee-dee. Deep-a-deep-a-dee, deep-a-deep-boo-boo. Feeling it? All right. I'm feeling it. So we'll get into the lyrics after we finish building this beat. But for right now, let's go back to that just the bass and drums. Okay, so we've built the verse. Now we're going to build the chorus. And I know what I'm going to do for the chorus. Vocally, I'm going to do this little line. Times that I'll never forget, rocking out with my tabletop tape deck. Times that I'll never forget, rocking out with my tabletop tape deck. But I want it to be a lot hyper. I want a lot more layers on top of this beat. So we're going to take the guitar again. We're going to build a little run with the pentatonic scale, mostly on the middle G and the B flat, and then kind of run it down like this. Then add an octave on that. Sweet. All right, I'm digging this, but I want a lower G, just kind of droning, just kind of like this. G, 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 G. Yeah. Okay. And because I'm a hillbilly at heart, let's add some washboards. Yeah. See, he's building up a whole bunch. And one more little thing, I want to add some, what do I want to add? Shaker? No, I'm going to add some harmonica, like this. Yeah. Okay. So now we go. Tom said I'll never forget, rocking out with my tabletop tape deck. Tom said I'll never forget, rocking out with my tabletop tape deck. Sick! Alright, now we're going to take it down to just the bass in the background. Like, wah. Now we're going to talk a little bit about some lyric stuff, huh? Okay, so the concept for this, the song is called Tabletop Tape Deck. And in 1985, I was 4 years old, and my dad brought home a Tears for Fears tape and some headphones and a tabletop tape deck. You may not be old enough to remember, But right around Walkman times, maybe a little bit before that, there was this just little kind of rectangle thing that you would put cassette tapes in. Cassette tapes were before CDs. CDs were before MP3s, but they were after records. I remember records for sure, but there was something intimate about a cassette tape and headphones that really changed everything for me. It made me fall in love with music. And then 10 years later, I had my first job at Dairy Queen, and I bought a new tabletop tape deck in 1995. And that was not just a thing to play music, but to record music. It was a 4-track tabletop cassette recorder. And so the idea was that the first verse, I'll talk about my first experience with listening to music through my tabletop tape deck. And the second verse, I'll use most of the same words as the first verse, but talk about recording music in 95. So I didn't really follow a set syllable structure for this. I just kind of winged it and went by instinct. But the first half of the verse is, since 1985, I've been connected to music. From the time that it was mine, I've always known how to use it. And from that moment, I knew I'd never be alone when I hit the play button and I turned up the headphones. And then the second half, I spent hours in my room in my own little world, playing beats so loud that my toes curled. That's a true thing. My pinky toe used to curl when I listened to music really loud when I was a kid. Dreaming of being on the other side of the sound waves, a special place where it's okay to misbehave. And I remember this, I was listening to a cassette, Nazareth by Hair of the Dog, or maybe it was Hair of the Dog by Nazareth, I'm not sure. But the chorus line is, now you're messing with the son of a bitch. And I just remember freaking out. I'd never heard anybody cuss in music before. And I thought it was pretty cool. So, and then the chorus happens. Times that I'll never forget, rocking out with my tabletop tape deck. So then I kind of copied and pasted and then just replaced a few words from the first verse. So the second verse sounds a lot like the first verse with a few little changes. So since 1985 becomes since 1995, I've been manipulating music. From the time that it was mine, I've always known how to use it, and from that moment, I knew I'd never be alone when I hit the record button and I turned up the headphones. I spent hours in my room in my own head on a 4-track tabletop tape deck. Finally, on the other side of the sound waves, a special place where it's okay to misbehave, which I did a lot. And I wrote a lot of songs with bad words. And then it goes to the chorus again. So now we're going to bring that beat back. I'm going to try just with the first part of the verse, just kind of lock it in and see if I can find a little sweet spot. Since I didn't write to a syllable count, I had to kind of manipulate things a little bit to make them fit. All right, we'll let that little melody guitar line play. Let's try this out. So, since 1985, I've been connected to music. From the time it was mine, I've always seen that didn't work. So I'm gonna try coming in a little early. Since 1985, okay. I'm definitely gonna have to rap fast. Rap fast, Joey. You ready? Okay. I'm ready, Joey. Here we go. Since 1985, I've been connected to music. From the time that it was mine, I've always known how to use it. Yeah, and then we let it play. From that moment, I knew I'd never be alone. All right. I'm gonna have to come in early. Like right here, like. From that moment, I knew I'd never be alone when I hit the play button and I turned up the headphones. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to work this out. Let's try it from the top. Since 1985, I've been connected to music. From the time that it was mine, I've always known how to use it. Yeah. From that moment, I knew I'd never be alone. When I hit the play button and I turned up the headphones. It's gotta come a little early. I spent hours in my room, in my own world, playing beats so loud that my toes curl. All right. That's pretty sick. I'm stoked. So one thing I'm going to try to do before I lay it down is lately I've been rapping with this kind of lower voice down here. So let's try that one more time. Down low. Since 1985, I've been connected to music. From the time that it was mine, I've always known how to use it. Alright. And from that moment, I knew I'd never be alone. When I hit the play button and I turned up the headphones. Then when I record it, I'll probably do something like 85 music, known how to use it. You see what I'm saying? Just doing backups on the end of each line. Never be alone. And the headphones. Something like that. Cool. So we've made the beat for the verse. Earlier we made the beat for the chorus. Had that harmonica and the washboards together. I'm going to put them together and have like 16 bar verses and 8 bar choruses and make a song called Tabletop Tape Deck. Thanks for listening so much. Please, wherever you listen to this, on YouTube or Facebook or your mom's house or Apple Podcasts, whatever, not only leave a comment, let me know that you're listening, but just ask questions. I'll try to answer them and stuff. Hugs and wishes. Have a dandy day. Here is the song, Tabletop Tape Deck. Since 1985, I've been connected to music. From the time that it was mine, I've always known how to use it. From that moment, I knew I'd never be alone. When I hit the play button and I turned up the headphones. I spent hours in my room, in my own world, playing beats so loud that my toes curl. Dreaming of being on the other side of the sound waves, a special place where it's okay to misbehave. Times that I'll never forget, rocking out with my tabletop tape deck. Times that I'll never forget, rocking out with my tabletop tape deck. Times that I'll never forget, rocking out with my tabletop tape deck. Times that I'll never forget, rocking out with my tabletop tape deck. Since 1995, I've been manipulating music. From the time that it was mine, I've always known how to use it. From that moment, I knew I'd never be alone. When I hit the record button and I turned up the headphones. I spent hours in my room, in my own head, on a 4-track tabletop tape deck. Finally on the other side of the sound waves, a special little place where it's okay to misbehave. Times that I'll never forget, rocking out with my tabletop tape deck. Times that with my tabletop tape deck. Times that I'll never forget, rocking out with my tabletop tape deck. Times that I'll never forget, rocking out with my tabletop tape deck.